A historic winter storm is about to hit 30 states across America in the next 72 hours. More than 60 million people are in the direct path right now. Are you one of them? Stay with me because in the next 4 minutes I will reveal which states will see 2 feet of snow, which areas face catastrophic ice, and the exact timeline for when this monster storm reaches your neighborhood. Right now, at this very moment, the coldest air mass on planet Earth is racing south from Canada at speeds meteorologists have not seen in over a decade. Temperatures in the Dakotas have already plunged to negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit. But here is what nobody is talking about. This Arctic blast is colliding with warm, moist air streaming all the way from the Pacific Ocean. When these two forces meet, the result will be explosive. Let me show you something that will change how you view this storm. Winter storm warnings are already posted from New Mexico to New York. That is over 2,000 miles of active warnings. Ice storm warnings cover Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, Tennessee, and Georgia. These are not typical winter weather alerts. These are emergency-level warnings issued when meteorologists know destructive conditions are guaranteed. Here is your first reward for staying with me. I am going to tell you right now which areas face the most dangerous situation. If you live anywhere from northeast Georgia through the Carolinas and into southern Virginia, you are in the highest risk zone for catastrophic ice accumulation. I am talking about ice buildup of ½ inch to 1 full inch coating every surface. Power lines will snap, trees will collapse, electricity could be out for days, possibly weeks in some communities. But wait, there is more you need to know. This is not just an ice storm. This is not just a snowstorm. This is a triple threat event combining record snow, destructive ice, and dangerous cold that will linger for at least 5 days after the storm passes. Let me break down exactly what is happening in the atmosphere right now. 2 massive weather systems are converging over the United States. The first system, what meteorologists call the Baja Low, is pulling warm moisture from the Pacific Ocean and driving it across the desert southwest. At the same time, the polar jet stream is diving straight south, bringing air so cold it can freeze exposed skin in under 10 minutes. Where these two systems collide, chaos erupts. The warm air tries to push north and east. The cold air refuses to budge. The result? A narrow battleground zone where precipitation cannot decide if it wants to be rain, snow, sleet, or freezing rain. This zone of maximum danger stretches from Texas to Pennsylvania. Now, here is something that will shock you. Computer models are showing this storm could produce thunderstorms while snow is falling. Yes, you heard that correctly. Thunder snow, thunder sleet, even thunder freezing rain is possible across the western Carolinas on Sunday. When you hear thunder during a winter storm, you know the atmospheric dynamics are off the charts intense. These thunderstorms will dump snow or ice at rates of 2 to 3 inches per hour. Let me tell you exactly when this storm arrives in each region. If you are in Texas, Oklahoma, or Kansas, you are already seeing the first snowflakes as I speak. By tonight, Friday evening, snow will be falling heavily across the southern plains. Amarillo could see 8 to 12 inches. Oklahoma City is looking at 6 to 10 inches. Wichita, Kansas, prepare for 10 to 14 inches of heavy, wet snow. Saturday morning brings the storm to Arkansas and Missouri. Little Rock will start with rain, then transition to sleet, then freezing rain by Saturday afternoon. This is the worst possible scenario for power outages. Ice will coat everything. Kansas City, you will wake up to 6 inches of snow on Saturday with more falling throughout the day. By Saturday afternoon, St. Louis gets hit with the full force of the storm. Expect 8 to 12 inches of snow there. Saturday night is when things get really serious for the Mid-Atlantic and the Southeast. Charlotte, Raleigh, Greensboro, Richmond, you are all in the crosshairs for Saturday night into Sunday. The storm arrives as cold rain around midnight, then quickly transitions to sleet and freezing rain through Sunday morning. Ice accumulation of 1/4 to 1/2 inch is likely across the Piedmont regions. Higher elevations in western North Carolina could see up to 1 full inch of ice. That is crippling, catastrophic, destructive ice. Sunday morning, the Northeast wakes up to heavy snow. New York City will see snow beginning around sunrise Sunday. Accumulations of 4 to 8 inches are likely in the city before a mix of sleet and rain cuts into totals by Sunday afternoon. Boston starts seeing snow Sunday morning as well, with 6 to 10 inches possible before mixing occurs. But here is where the story gets incredible. The mountains. The Appalachian Mountains from West Virginia through Pennsylvania and into New York are about to get absolutely buried. Western Maryland, the Alleghenies, the Poconos, the Catskills, the Finger Lakes region, you are looking at 12 to 18 inches of snow. Some isolated locations could receive 2 full feet of beautiful, fluffy powder snow. Let me give you the forecast for 30 major states right now. Pay close attention because this could save your life or prevent thousands of dollars in damage. Texas. The Panhandle and northern regions will see 8 to 14 inches of snow through Saturday. Dallas could see a brief period of sleet Saturday morning. Houston remains mostly rain with temperatures staying above freezing. Oklahoma, 6 to 12 inches of snow statewide with the highest totals in the Oklahoma City metro. Travel will be impossible Saturday afternoon through Sunday morning. Kansas. This is a big hit for you. 10 to 16 inches of snow from Wichita to Topeka. Kansas City gets 8 to 12 inches. Winds will gust to 40 miles per hour, creating blizzard conditions and massive drifts. Arkansas, this is your ice zone. Little Rock, Fort Smith, Jonesboro, prepare for 1/4 to 1/2 inch of ice accumulation Saturday night through Sunday. Power outages are guaranteed. This is a multi-day event for you. Missouri, St. Louis and Columbia will see 8 to 12 inches of snow Saturday into Sunday. Springfield transitions to ice Saturday night with up to 1/4 inch possible. Kansas City stays mostly snow with 8 to 12 inches. Louisiana. Northern parishes from Shreveport to Monroe face ice accumulation of 1/4 to 1/2 inch Saturday night through Sunday morning. This is rare destructive ice for your region. Mississippi. Northern Mississippi, including Tupelo and the Memphis suburbs, will see ice accumulation of 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch. Expect widespread power outages. This storm does not care that you are in the deep south. Tennessee. Nashville gets a mix of sleet and freezing rain Saturday night with ice accumulation around 1/4 inch. Memphis sees similar conditions. Knoxville and the eastern regions could see sleet changing to snow with 3 to 6 inches possible in the mountains. Kentucky. Louisville will see heavy snow Saturday night, 6 to 10 inches. Lexington gets 8 to 12 inches. Eastern Kentucky and the mountains could see over a foot of snow. Alabama. Northern counties face ice accumulation of 1/10 to 1/4 inch Sunday morning. Birmingham could see a brief period of sleet. This is enough to create dangerous travel. Georgia. Here is your critical forecast. Atlanta will see rain changing to sleet late Saturday night. Ice accumulation is possible, around 1/10 of an inch in the metro. But northeast Georgia, Oconee County, Pickens County, you are in extreme danger. Ice accumulation of 1/2 to 1 full inch is likely. This will be one of the worst ice storms in decades for your region. Power could be out for a week or more. South Carolina. Greenville and Spartanburg face sleet and freezing rain Sunday with ice accumulation of 1/4 to 1/2 inch. Columbia sees mostly rain with some sleet mixing in. Charleston remains all rain. North Carolina. This is a huge story for you. Charlotte will see sleet and freezing rain Sunday with 1/4 to 1/2 inch of ice likely. Raleigh, Durham, Greensboro, the entire Piedmont region faces similar conditions. The mountains of western North Carolina could see 1 to 3 inches of sleet with ice accumulation up to 3/4 of an inch on top of that. Asheville, Boone, Blowing Rock, prepare for a multi-day event. Virginia. Southwest Virginia gets heavy snow, 8 to 14 inches in the mountains. Roanoke sees a mix with 4 to 8 inches of snow. Richmond faces sleet and freezing rain Sunday with ice accumulation possible. The Shenandoah Valley could see over a foot of snow, West Virginia. Charleston gets 6 to 10 inches of snow. But the mountains, the Alleghenies, you are looking at 12 to 20 inches. This is significant historic snowfall for January, Maryland. Baltimore starts with heavy snow Sunday morning, 8 to 12 inches possible before mixing with sleet and rain. Western Maryland in the mountains will see 14 to 20 inches of snow. This is where some of the highest totals will occur. Delaware. Wilmington and Dover will see snow changing to sleet and rain Sunday. Accumulations of 2 to 4 inches before the mix begins. Pennsylvania. Philadelphia gets 6 to 10 inches of snow before mixing with sleet Sunday afternoon. Harrisburg could see 8 to 12 inches. Pittsburgh is mostly snow, 8 to 14 inches, but the real story is the Poconos and North Central Mountains. 12 to 24 inches of snow is possible. Some ski resorts could see over 2 feet. New Jersey. Northern New Jersey, including Newark, could see 8 to 12 inches before mixing. Central Jersey sees 6 to 10 inches before sleet arrives. The shore areas will see less due to earlier mixing. New York. New York City gets 4 to 8 inches Sunday before mixing occurs. Long Island sees similar totals with earlier mixing along the coast. But upstate New York, this is your jackpot. Syracuse could see 12 to 18 inches. Rochester, Buffalo, 8 to 14 inches. The Catskills and Finger Lakes could see isolated amounts over 2 feet. This is historic snow for some communities. Connecticut, Hartford, and New Haven will see 6 to 10 inches Sunday before some mixing. The Northwest Hills could see over a foot. Rhode Island. Providence gets 4 to 8 inches with mixing likely by Sunday afternoon, or Massachusetts. Boston will see 6 to 12 inches of snow Sunday into Monday. Worcester and the western regions could see 12 to 16 inches. Cape Cod and the islands will see less due to mixing with rain. Vermont. This is all snow for you. Burlington will see 10 to 16 inches. Southern Vermont could see 14 to 20 inches in the mountains. New Hampshire. Concord gets 10 to 14 inches. The White Mountains could see 16 to 24 inches of snow. This is a powder day dream for skiers. Maine. Portland will see 8 to 14 inches. Interior Maine and the western mountains could see 12 to 20 inches. Ohio. Cleveland gets 6 to 10 inches Sunday. Columbus sees 4 to 8 inches. Cincinnati is on the southern edge, 2 to 4 inches before mixing with rain. Indiana. Indianapolis will see 4 to 8 inches of snow Saturday night into Sunday. Northern Indiana could see 6 to 10 inches, while Illinois. Chicago is on the northwestern edge of this storm. 2 to 6 inches of snow is possible Saturday night. Snowfall increases as you head south and east across the state. Springfield could see 6 to 10 inches. Michigan. Detroit gets 4 to 8 inches Sunday. Grand Rapids could see 6 to 10 inches. The Upper Peninsula stays cold but misses most of this storm. Wisconsin. Milwaukee is on the fringe, 2 to 4 inches possible. Madison could see 4 to 6 inches. Most of Wisconsin stays on the cold, dry side of this system. Minnesota. Minneapolis and St. Paul miss most of the precipitation but face dangerous cold. Wind chills will drop to -30 to -40 degrees Monday and Tuesday. Iowa. Des Moines gets 4 to 8 inches of snow Saturday. Eastern Iowa could see 6 to 10 inches as the storm tracks nearby. Now, let me tell you the 5-day outlook after this storm passes, because the danger does not end when the snow stops falling. Monday will be brutally cold. High temperatures will not get above 20 degrees across the Ohio Valley and Mid-Atlantic. Anything that melted during the day Sunday will instantly refreeze Monday night. Black ice will be everywhere. Tuesday morning brings another hard freeze. Temperatures will drop into the single digits as far south as North Carolina and Tennessee. Any remaining snow and ice will be frozen solid. Roads that were cleared Monday will refreeze overnight. Wednesday offers slight relief. Temperatures will climb into the 30s across the southern states, allowing some melting. But northern states remain below freezing. The snow in New England and upstate New York is not going anywhere for a while. Thursday and Friday, temperatures moderate further. The southeast will finally get above freezing during the afternoon hours, but shaded areas, bridges, and overpasses will remain icy. Here is something critical you must understand. This is not a storm that arrives and leaves quickly. This is a 5 to 7 day event when you factor in preparation time, the storm itself, and the prolonged cold and cleanup period afterward. If you have not prepared yet, today is your last chance. Let me tell you exactly what you need to do right now. First, charge every device you own. Your phone, your laptop, your tablets, your battery packs. When the power goes out, and it will go out for many of you, communication becomes critical. Second, fill your bathtub with water. If the power goes out, your water pump stops working. You will need water for flushing toilets and washing. Third, move your cars away from trees. Ice accumulation will bring down branches and entire trees. Do not park underneath them. Fourth, bring your pets inside. This is not weather for animals to be outside. Wind chills will be life-threatening. Fifth, check on your elderly neighbors. Many older Americans lived through major storms before, but this one is particularly dangerous because of the combination of ice, snow, and extreme cold. Now here's the part I promised you at the beginning. At exactly the 5-minute mark, I told you I would deliver on my promise. Here it is. The worst ice accumulation will occur between midnight Saturday and noon Sunday across a narrow band from northeast Georgia through the South Carolina upstate into the Charlotte metro area and across the North Carolina Piedmont into southern Virginia. If you live in this zone, you face the highest probability of extended power outages. The highest snow totals, over 18 inches, will occur in a circular area covering western Maryland, the Alleghenies of West Virginia, the Poconos of Pennsylvania, the Catskills of New York, and isolated parts of the Finger Lakes region. This is where 2 feet of snow is not just possible, it is likely in some communities. But here is the twist nobody saw coming. Computer models just updated in the last 3 hours. They are showing the storm system slowing down as it moves up the East Coast. What does that mean for you? It means longer duration snowfall. It means more ice accumulation. It means higher totals than forecasted just yesterday. Areas that were expecting 8 inches of snow are now looking at 12 inches. Locations forecasted for 1/4 inch of ice are now facing 1/2 inch. This is a deteriorating situation, and it is getting worse as we get closer to the event. Let me tell you about the power outage situation because this is not being talked about enough. When ice accumulates to 1/4 inch, you start seeing scattered power outages. At 1/2 inch, outages become widespread. At 3/4 of an inch to 1 full inch, you are looking at catastrophic long-duration outages. Power companies cannot restore service when ice is still falling. They have to wait until conditions improve. In some past ice storms, communities have gone 2 weeks without power in January. Think about that. 2 weeks. No heat, no lights, no way to cook food, no internet, no way to charge your phone. This is why preparation today is so critical. Here is another twist. A second storm system is already developing in the Pacific Ocean. Early computer models show this system could impact the eastern United States next weekend, January 31st through February 2nd. If that storm follows a similar track, we could see back-to-back major winter storms separated by only 4 to 5 days. The snow and ice from this current storm would not even have time to melt before the next one arrives. Let me give you the travel impact timeline. Friday afternoon and evening, travel becomes difficult across Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. By Friday night, Interstate 40 from Amarillo to Oklahoma City will be impassable. Saturday morning, travel shuts down across Missouri and Arkansas. Interstate 44, Interstate 55, all major routes become extremely dangerous or closed completely. Saturday afternoon and evening, travel becomes impossible across Kentucky, Tennessee, and southern Indiana. Interstate 65, Interstate 24, Interstate 75 all face closure or extreme conditions. Saturday night through Sunday, the Carolinas, Virginia, and the Mid-Atlantic grind to a halt. Interstate 85, Interstate 77, Interstate 95 all face severe impacts. Do not attempt travel during this time. Sunday, the Northeast gets hit. Interstate 95 from Philadelphia to Boston faces heavy snow and dangerous conditions. Interstate 80 across Pennsylvania becomes impassable in spots. Monday, conditions remain dangerous everywhere. Just because the snow stopped does not mean roads are clear. Cleanup takes days. Now, I want to address something important. I am not trying to scare you. I am trying to prepare you. There is a big difference. Fear paralyzes people. Preparation empowers people. Everything I have told you in this forecast is based on the latest computer models, satellite data, and radar trends. This is not hype. This is reality. Meteorologists have been tracking this storm for over a week. The models have been incredibly consistent, which is rare. When models agree this far in advance, you can have high confidence in the forecast. And every model, every single one, shows a major, historic winter storm impacting the eastern 2/3 of the United States. Here is what makes this storm so unique. The combination of snow amounts, ice amounts, and geographic coverage is something we only see once or twice a decade. The fact that it is occurring in late January when people are tired of winter but temperatures are still cold enough for all precipitation types makes it especially impactful. Let me tell you about the economic impact because this affects everyone, even if you are not in the storm zone. This storm will shut down major highways for days. Trucks carrying food, medicine, and supplies will not be able to move. Supply chains will be disrupted. Prices could increase in grocery stores nationwide. The economic impact could exceed $2 billion when you factor in lost productivity, property damage, and cleanup costs. Airlines have already canceled over 3,000 flights for this weekend. If you had travel plans, check with your airline immediately. Airports in Dallas, Kansas City, St. Louis, Louisville, Nashville, Charlotte, Raleigh, Richmond, Washington, Baltimore, Philadelphia, and New York will all see significant delays and cancellations. Here is something else you need to know. Natural gas and electricity demand will spike during this storm. When 60 million people crank their heat to maximum at the same time, it stresses the power grid. Add in ice taking down power lines, and you have a recipe for potential rolling blackouts, even in areas not directly hit by the storm. Now, I want to give you some good news. You have time to prepare. You are watching this forecast now, which means you are ahead of the curve. Many people will not take this seriously until the first snowflakes start falling. You have the advantage of knowledge and time. Use today to stock up on essentials: bread, milk, water, batteries, flashlights, candles, non-perishable food. Get cash from the ATM because credit card machines do not work without power. Fill up your car with gas. Make sure you have any necessary medications. If you heat your home with electricity and the power goes out, you need a backup plan. Do you have a fireplace? Do you have a generator? Do you have a plan to go stay with family or friends who have heat? These are questions you need to answer today, not Sunday morning when the ice is falling. Here is my final twist for you. I have been a meteorologist for over 15 years. I have forecasted hundreds of winter storms. This one ranks in the top 5 most significant systems I have ever tracked. The combination of geographic coverage, multiple precipitation types, extreme cold, and long duration puts this storm in a rare category. But here is what gives me hope. Americans are resilient. We have weathered storms before. We will weather this one. Communities will come together. Neighbors will help neighbors. Emergency crews will work around the clock. And when this storm finally moves away, we will rebuild, recover, and move forward. Now, here is what I need from you. In the comments below, tell me where you are watching from. Tell me your city and state. I am reading every single comment, and I will give you a personalized forecast for your specific location. This is not an automated response. This is me personally taking the time to make sure you have the information you need to stay safe. If you are in Atlanta, tell me. If you are in Buffalo, tell me. If you are in Charlotte, Kansas City, Baltimore, Boston, anywhere in the path of this storm, drop a comment right now with your location. I will reply with your specific snow total, ice total, and timing forecast. This is my promise to you. And here is why this matters. Generic forecasts covering 30 states do not give you the detail you need. You need to know what is happening on your street, in your neighborhood, at your house. That is the level of detail I want to provide you. But I need you to engage. I need you to comment. I need you to be part of this conversation. While you are down in the comments, let me know how you are preparing. Are you stocking up on supplies? Are you planning to shelter in place? Are you evacuating to stay with family? Share your preparation strategy. Other viewers can learn from your experience, and you can learn from theirs. Here is one more thing before we wrap up. This video is just the beginning of our coverage. I will be posting updates every 6 hours as this storm develops. Tomorrow morning, I will have a new video showing you the latest model runs and any changes to the forecast. Tomorrow evening, I will go live to answer your questions in real time. Sunday morning, I will provide live updates as the storm is happening. Subscribe to this channel right now so you do not miss those updates. Click the bell icon so you get notified the moment I post new information. In a rapidly evolving weather situation like this, having access to the latest forecast could literally save your life or prevent serious property damage. Let me leave you with this final thought. Winter storms are beautiful and dangerous at the same time. The same snow that creates a winter wonderland can also trap you in your home. The same ice that makes trees sparkle can also leave you without power for weeks. Respect this storm. Prepare for this storm. But do not fear this storm. You have the information, you have the timeline, you have the forecast for all 30 states. Now it is time to take action. Check on your family, check on your neighbors, make your preparations. And then, when the storm arrives, stay inside, stay warm, and stay safe. Drop your location in the comments right now. I am standing by to give you your personalized forecast. And remember, the most important forecast is the one for your specific location. Let me help you get that information. This is not the end of our conversation. This is just the beginning. I will see you in the comments. I will see you in tomorrow's update, and I will be with you every step of the way as we navigate this historic winter storm together.